What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Sooty Sam. And as you can see, I'm not with the special guest today. It's just me. Welcome to episode 10 of Know the Game, a show about relationships, friendships, and kinships, but mostly about relationships.
She was a baby girl, why are you crying for? My shorty from Mexico, she made me come let me go.
At this point, 9 episodes have been out. And in this episode, I just want to do like a recap of what previously has been spoken about, right? So I'm just going to do like key points, key takeaways, commonalities between the guests. And then at the end, I'll do like craziest takes from the first 10 episodes. I noticed that whenever I asked the person what the most important part of a relationship was, communication was in almost all of their answers. If a relationship lacks communication, that relationship is not going to last. You need to communicate. It was also mentioned, I think it was Lonnie, episode, what was that, 2 or 3? She mentioned how not only is communication itself important, but she said how the way that you communicate is also important.
You don't have to yell. Like, there's arguments, yes, but you don't have to yell, like scream. That's what I mean as arguing. Like,
for sure.
I don't like being yelled at, but like, also, why are you yelling at me if I'm not yelling at you? Like, I'm trying to actually have a conversation.
So if a dude ever raises their voice at you,
I'm straight up gonna be like, why is you hollering?
So like the first step to having good communication in a relationship is, yes, to communicate in general, but that's not all of it. The way that you communicate and how you communicate is also important. So we're talking about the tone that you speak to one another. We're talking about the words that you use. We're talking about the facial expressions. We're talking about the voice that you use, etc., etc. So apparently nobody has a type anymore, which surprised me because every single person that I asked, what's your type? Everybody said, I don't really have a type.
Now I feel like I don't really have a type.
I ain't gonna say I really got a type, but
I don't really got a type for real.
everybody's saying that's cap. Everybody got the type.
I don't even know if I have a type, to be honest.
I'm sick of this.
I really don't have no type.
Oh
I
my
can't lie to
gosh.
you, bro. A beautiful woman is a beautiful woman, bro.
And I was very surprised. I thought everybody had a type, but I guess not. So that's very interesting to me because growing up, I feel like everybody had a type or a preference. And nowadays, it seems like nobody does. And I honestly think it's because of cancel culture. I truthfully believe that for most people, because it's like they think, or they've been conditioned to think, if I have a type, if I prefer someone that's a certain way, if I prefer a certain race, if I prefer a certain body build or whatnot, then I'm sexist, then I'm fatphobic, then I'm anti-feminist, then I'm misogynistic, etc., etc. But I don't think there's anything wrong with having a type. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a preference, because at the end of the day, you're attracted to what you're attracted to. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a big deal. If you don't want to be with a fat person, okay, that's fine. Just don't be rude about it. Cheating is not forgivable. Thank the Lord. I thought I was going to find some people where they thought cheating was forgivable. Whew. No. Every single person that I brought up cheating to, and if they would forgive someone if they cheated on them, everyone said no, they would not forgive them. And I love that. I agree with that. A lot of points were brought up about compromising and coming to a common ground, and I loved those points. However, a pattern that I noticed was that it was the females that brought up those points, never the guys. I don't remember a guy ever bringing up compromising. In fact, I think in episode 8 with Harley, he said the exact opposite. You should never compromise, right? You should never compromise to satisfy someone else if it neglects your own happiness.
You can make others feel comfortable, but you can't make them happy. And the thing is if you don't chase your own happiness, bro, you're gonna build a resentment for whoever you sacrificed it for.
So it's interesting. It seems like the females are more open to compromising, more open to working things out, but the men are more, if it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be. It is what it is. The men are more nonchalant and the women are more emotional, I guess you can say, right? I don't know. I sided with the women on this, though. I think relationship is about compromising. Relationship is about coming to a common ground. I think when you're in a relationship, the goal is to make your significant other happy. You shouldn't be super focused on making yourself happy within the relationship. Cause I think the happiness within a relationship stems from your significant other. If to you it seems like the relationship isn't working out, just know it's not you, it's them. Every time they're not making you happy. It's either they're not satisfying your needs or they're just not making you happy in general. You're not happy with them. Because if they were satisfying your needs, if they were making you happy, if you loved being with them, if you loved being around them, then you would be happy. It's never you. It's always them. So that's why I think if you're able to compromise and be able to, okay, it's not about me at this point, at this moment. I need to make sure I can make him as happy as I'm able to make them, so that if the relationship doesn't work out, I know that it wasn't because I didn't try my hardest. It wasn't because I was selfish. It's because I just wasn't enough for them. And that's okay. You may not be enough for someone, but guess what? You not being enough for someone, just because you're not enough for one person doesn't mean that you're not more than enough to another person. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay for a relationship not to work out as long as you know that you tried your best. I was also told, don't look for love. Let the love come to you. Which I'm still about, but I'm starting to kind of understand what they're saying. But it's hard for me to grasp that because as a man, as an African man, as an African Christian man, the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. You know what I'm saying? He who to find something, you got to go looking. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if something comes to you, it found you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't find it. The scripture doesn't says he who receives a wife receives a good thing. It says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So I feel like my brain is already like conditioned to that. Like, hey, you got to be the one to go, you know what I'm saying, to go get her. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Right? That's where my brain's at. I don't really believe in like the love's gonna come to you. Nah. Another big problem that I noticed when I was talking to my special guests was a lot of people are not being honest about their intentions. They're not being direct. They're not being honest in the beginning. It's like these two people start talking, but nobody divulges their intentions, their intent, their reasons, or their end goal for the relationship. So one person can be in it to have a good time because they just want to, and then another person wants something genuine, wants something intimate, wants something long term, but they don't talk about it. So now, it's not really equal, it's not really balanced. And then when it comes to light that the intent is not mutual, now it's a problem. Now the relationship fails. You know what I'm saying? Now one person looks like a bad person when the whole time they just didn't talk about it. Just talk about it. You guys are grown. We're all grown. If you want to talk to somebody just for let them know. Although I don't support that. I think we should all wait for marriage before we But listen, it's better for you to be upfront and straight up so then you don't hurt people's feelings, so then you don't make people look dumb. You know what I'm saying? You're a grown man, you're a grown woman. If you just want to crack, if you just want to get cracked, just say that. Okay? Don't boost people's heads up talking about I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I want to have a family with you, when the whole time you don't want to do any of that. That's weird. You're weird if you're doing that. Grow up. Don't talk to multiple people at the same time. If you're looking for love. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. You should not be. I already said I don't believe in the talking stage. But if you're talking with somebody, why are you talking with another person? What's the point of you talking with somebody? To get to know them? Why not just be friends? If you're just getting to know them, why not just be friends? Why do you guys have to be talking? Oh, we talk. Oh, we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to be talking with somebody else, then you might as well just be my friend. You know what I'm saying? You guys see where I'm getting at? You guys see where I'm coming from? It doesn't make sense to talk to 4 girls at the same time, to talk to 4 guys at the same time, and you want a relationship with all 4, and you want a future with all 4, and you want to be intimate with all 4, and you want to fall in love with all 4. What? How does that make any sense? It makes 0 sense. Because then what happens if you're talking to all 4, 3 months pass, and you've fallen in love with all 4? Now what? You're going to be in a polygamous relationship? That's weird. Polyandrous relationship? That's weird. Y'all need to put God in the middle of y'all relationships. That is a big thing. That is a very big thing. If Jesus Christ is not at the center of you guys' relationship, man, it's going to be rocky. And there's going to be, and there's some battles that there's some battles that man and women cannot fight on their own in a relationship. There's some battles that go beyond the physical realm. There's some battles that are spiritual. There's some battles that only the man above can handle. That's why you see a lot of relationships not working out. If the foundation is built on Christ, is built on God, is built on the Word, is immovable. The relationship is immovable. A point was brought up about you need to be where you want to be before you get in a relationship. Because being in a relationship is like it takes a lot. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes commitment, it takes money, it takes energy. It takes a lot to make a relationship work. So if you're in all sorts of whack, if you don't have a steady source of income, if you're mentally unstable, like if you're not where you want to be, if you're overly stressed, and then on top of that, you want to get into a relationship, that might not be the best idea, because you're going to become even more stressed. Your mental is going to get even more out of line. Like your finances are going to be even more wacky. It makes sense for you to be somewhere sound, financially sound, mentally sound, just somewhere where you're steady, where if like you hit a bump, you're able to come back to where you need to be, if that makes sense. And then I especially agree with that in regards of having kids. Before you have kids, you need to make sure you're married, first of all, with someone that you see is fit to be a great mother, a great father. You need to have a home. Harley said that you need to have a house, but I say if it's an apartment, it's cool, but preferably a house. That's cool, but you need to have a home. You need to have a steady source of income, whether it be in your career or just a long-standing job that you've had for a while. You need to have a car, and you need to have a decent amount of money in savings. If you have those 5 things, have some kids, okay? If not, let's hit the brakes. Please and thank you. Okay, guys, I've hit every single talking point that I had on here. If I missed any, let me know in the comments. But this talk show is not going anywhere. We're gonna reach episode 100 soon. We're only on episode 10. So that's 10 more episode 10s, and then we'll be at 100, guys. Come on, we can do this. We're definitely gonna have new guests. We're definitely gonna have new guests as well, but we're also gonna have some repeat guests. And then I think around episode 15, episode 20, I'm gonna introduce a versus setup for the talk show. So it's gonna be 2 people, and I'll be the moderator, and then I have one side and then another side, and then basically I'll ask some hot take questions, some conflicting questions. It's preferably a guy and girl, and then they'll be able to discuss their opinions and their viewpoint on the point that I put up. Like I said, around episode 15, episode 20, we'll see how it goes. If you guys like it, if you guys don't, I'm just trying to spice things up. If you guys have ideas of like different segments that I can start bringing up, let me know, because I want this to be engaging for you guys, and I want to have fun recording it as well. So now I'm just going to show y'all the 4 most mind-boggling, bizarre, moments of the first 9 episodes. The first one I got here is Lonnie saying that having an ugly name is a deal breaker. If you have an ugly name, the relationship is not going to work out. Here's the clip.
The biggest deal breaker, I swear to God, if your name is ugly, hold on, stay with me.
What?
Stay with me, hold on.
No, your name.
No, for real, because if your name is ugly, what, like, that just, it don't, no.
What's the ugly name? Give us an example of an ugly name.
Like Jeff.
Jeff?
Like, don't.
The second one is Harley saying that you cannot make anyone happy. I was very confused. He kind of explained it to a point where I kind of understood where he was coming from. But overall, I still disagree with that statement. I don't think you can't make anyone happy. There's many people out there that make me happy, so I don't agree with that. But here's the clip.
No, I agree with that. You can make others feel comfortable, but you can't make them happy. And the thing is this, if you don't chase your own happiness, bro, you're gonna build a resentment for whoever you sacrificed it for.
The third one is Zoe talking about how even if she likes you, she's not gonna tell you she likes you because she wants to see how far you're willing to go. Here's the clip.
I may be feeling you, but I may not be trying to show you for real, because I'm trying to see how far you're willing to go. How far are you willing to go? Like, are you really committed? Like, is this really like D1 ball? You know what I'm saying?
What? What does that mean?
And now I'm sure everybody knew this was the most craziest, most bizarre moment of the first 9 episodes. It was when my boy Nero said that he goes into a relationship expecting it to go wrong, expecting her to cheat, which is crazy. I still don't agree with that. But here's the clip.
Before you cheated, I knew I couldn't never stop you from cheating. So when you do it, it's not like, oh my God. It's like, I always thought it was coming low key.
What?
I told Henry the other day, I come into situations already disappointed in the woman.
Oh.
So that when she do disappoint me, it's not a surprise because I already was thinking it.
You can't go into a relationship already expecting shit to go left.
But that's how you don't get hurt.
But yeah, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed the video. That was episode 10 of Know the Game. Hope to see y'all next episode 11. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you on the next episode. Love y'all.
You're not the one that I need. You're not the one that I'm seeking, shawty. You're not the one that's for me. You're not the girl I've been dreaming about it. You're not the girl that asked, do you love me? And I said, I don't know if I do. You're not the girl that I fumbled. You're not the girl that I couldn't commit to.